Side of the US in 12 fights for Italy's Marvin, the Italian dream, Vettori. He told Zach at the UFC that he's more than durable, which is what a lot of people have just been saying about him. And he reckons this is the fight to show that. But he reckons that Rob is intimidated. He wants space, he'll take that away from him. He's going to bring the big pressure, he's going to get the win, he's going to march forward to the title.
I think it's so funny, right, when you see both sides of the mental warfare that goes into fighting. When Marvin thinks he doesn't want to be around him, and Rob's like, listen, he's not my friend. I don't want to be around him. I want to wait until I can fight him. That's when I want to be around him. But Marvin is just such a solid fighter. He's so powerful. Just look at the size. He's so strong. He's so durable. He's always improving that striking. He looked great in that fight against Costa, who actually kind of surprised all of us with his gas tank. Was it me and you, Michael, calling that fight? It seemed like, oh, he's going to fade, he's going to fade. And he didn't fade.
Tonight's Fighting Experience Stats is sponsored by Sylvester Modello.
Well, I'll tell you what, with this music, with this crowd and the atmosphere, I feel like I'm in the Coliseum of Rome. This is incredible. I mean, Marvin Vettori really is that guy. The last fight against Paulo Costa was just incredible. Both legends beat the living hell out of one another. Neither man took a backward step. Paulo Costa moved the fight from middleweight to 205 on a few days' notice. Marvin didn't bat an eyelid. He said, no, I don't care.
It's the first time I've seen that usual stern look of Robert Whittaker this week. He's been very, very happy in fight week. He hasn't been engaging in all of that stuff. It's been a bit of a different vibe from Robert Whittaker, and there's a confidence, Michael, about him. He delayed the fight because of some injuries, got rid of that, and now all he wants to do is get back to the title. Tonight, it starts here again. The only man that's defeated him in middleweights is Israel Adesanya, and he's not about to let that change.
Yeah, well, he said Vettori is one of the few men that I haven't beaten or haven't fought at middleweight. So I really respect, number one, him taking this fight and his attitude. And you're right, the contrast you see with Robert, like a lot of Australians, like Taito Avasa, they're so chill, they're so relaxed, you know, but then when it comes to fight time, I mean, it's like you flip a switch and Robert Whittaker becomes somebody very, very different, a very serious, mean man. I mean, he's got conditioning for days, high-level black belt jiu-jitsu, excellent wrestling, represented his country in wrestling, and of course the striking we all know. Knockout power in both hands. That left high kick is absolutely deadly. And the fact that he is still talking so adamantly about becoming the champion again, you have to respect that. You know, this is not a dream that he's given up on. He's not content that he was the champion once and, you know, that'll do me. He's like, no. He wants to cement his legacy as one of the all-time greats. I bet for the man.
He really feels he's coming into that prime in his life. And we've seen it. Other than Israel Adesanya, he's looked absolutely fantastic. And that rematch looked absolutely incredible.
They took a lot of confidence from that as well. Sorry, just pausing.
Yeah, listen to that.
They love him here in France.
Bobby
Same at the
baby.
Williams. Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. This fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 18 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 186 pounds, fighting out of Mezzo Corona, Italy, presenting the number 2 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Marvin, the Italian Dream, Vettori! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 24 wins, 6 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 186 pounds, fighting out of Sydney, Australia, presenting the former UFC middleweight champion and the number 1 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Robert the Reaper Whittaker! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Jason Herzog, the referee. I love it when Whittaker just pounds his chest there, getting ready to fight. Thank you, Carly. This one is the #1 versus #2 against one another.
First round, fight, you ready? Fight, you ready? Fight!
Oh,
this fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. If you needed reminding, Vettori, the #2 ranked, is in the green. The #1 ranked Whittaker is in the black.
What a co-main event.
Oh, no, this is an incredible fight.
And we're seeing them over 3 rounds. I mean, I'd love to see them over 5, but I think we're going to get more volume,
yeah,
a higher pace.
I mean, this is pay-per-view main event almost. You know, it really is. Two of the best middleweights on the planet. I'm such a fan of both guys. They bring you every single time. I mean, that last fight was incredible, but this will be my pick for fight of the night, simply because both men are just absolute warriors.
Vettori reckoned that the delay in putting this one together actually benefited him. Speaking with Rafael Cordero this week, he said he's mentally and physically just in the best shape he's ever been.
Nasty inside kick there from Vettori.
Yeah, well, that's one thing that Robert's going to have to watch, because he does have a very wide stance, you know, so it does affect the ability to check the leg kicks.
Vettori's been quite dismissive of Whittaker's skills and future in the middleweight division.
I missed that big right hand that Whittaker had landed just as that inside leg kick was going. I can't look 2 places at once, guys.
How do you think I feel?
No,
Bismarck, you're the best.
That was good, Michael.
The question is, when do we see Robert shoot his first takedown attempt? Of course, both men can grapple. Vettori has, you know, good jiu-jitsu as well. But I think Robert has the advantage in, you know, certainly a double leg takedown. We saw him use it to effect against Israel Adesanya. He was able to complete a couple, but didn't really hold him down. And in this fight, I don't really think Robert needs to, but it is a good way of mixing up the attack and keeping your man guessing. So I think we will see it at some point. A nice left hand just got through for Vettori.
Interestingly, Vettori he's ranked #4 for his takedown accuracy in the division.
Vettori is?
Yeah. And he's very good in top position. On the other side, you don't see Robert Whittaker on the bottom very often.
There's a nice jab, and left hand gets through. That left hand is finding the mark so far for Vettori.
I've just loved Vettori's strike ever since that Jack Hermansson fight where he stepped in on late notice and just took it to him. His boxing on that night was phenomenal. Oi.
Nice little power shot there with the left. Tried it again. Now the clinch. Let's see this. Vettori is the bigger man, but we've never really seen Robert Whittaker get out-muscled.
I mean, how many fights with Romero?
Oh, my word. Absolute wars. You know, you forget about that when you look at the resume of Whittaker, the people that he's been in there with, you know, knocked out Jacare Souza when Jacare was the man, you know. I mean, it's endless. But those 2 wars with Yoel Romero, I mean, they were special.
And he was a welterweight.
Yeah.
Once. Unreal.
But that helps him. He's fast. He's powerful. He doesn't have to do these ridiculous weight cuts, which allows his gas tank to stay with him over 5 rounds. And then also, he doesn't get tired. He can go a good pace. Those heavy weight cuts drain you as the fight goes on. That's a fact.
Great head movement from Whittaker there.
And it also affects your ability to take a punch. Whittaker's doing a good job of advancing, landing a couple of shots, and using that moment to exit left away from the fence, because Vettori's cutting off the cage, backing him up. But then Robert attacks, and then that's when he makes his escape, for want of a better word. That's when he exits.
It's edge of the seat stuff here in Paris.
And I think the left hand, Michael, is definitely being effective for Vettori when he throws it, because you see, oh, good body kick there from Vettori as well. Whittaker's almost dipping off to his right when he throws these exchanges. He's got to be careful.
Last few seconds in this opening rounds.
Oh, that's a really good knee.